So I guess we can start with recap what happened last time. So the party made it to the city of Laststar. They wandered around, found some interesting shops, made a couple purchases, talked to some people, and got paid for one job they did, and then went back to finish the outstanding quests they had in the previous towns. And after doing that, they came back, accepted some more quests, and were about to head off again, I believe.
Came back, yes.
Yeah.
We joined the Adventures Guild as a party.
Right.
Uh, then there were three quests that we took. So we put out a group looking for members, and two people joined us. Hi, what's your name?
Raph, how's it going? Nice to meet you.
Good, good. What's your character's name?
I don't know. I didn't put that much thought into it.
Oh no.
He's a turtle, right?
Yeah, so he looks like a kind of a cross between a turtle and a dragon person, so kind of a dragon portal, if you will. He's dressed like a traditional Jedi, and he's got a double saber. Or, well, what looks to be a double saber. It's not lit right now, so I'd be weird just walking around with a lit saber, just like, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, stop for that thing.
I've seen worse.
Okay. How much HP does he have?
He's got 21 max health,
And what's your AC?
18.
Nice. All right.
Portal natural armor class.
Yeah, I've got that human natural armor class going on with the 14.
Zach, did your HP change?
It did. I'm at 23 now.
And AC?
Boop, 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 doo. Give me 1 second. My AC is still at 13. You know, those support classes.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm definitely a human. I'm a Pokemon trainer. You can see Squirtle out. It's out right now. On my side.
Squirtle, the meta choice.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to level him up.
Uh.
But he's not my starter. My starter is a Cubone. He's resting right now. And then there's Solomon. Solomon, introduce yourself.
I am Solomon Gates. I am a vampire bard because, you know, vampires are naturally charismatic. Got to get in the door somehow. So I am a vampire bard, but my main attraction is a wrist launcher that I have that is somehow stealthy but can fire darts as well as long-range ballistic missiles. So it's quite the feat of modern technology, if you will.
Very nice.
Yep.
Also have an ability that's not very strong, but lets me suck people's blood for, added bonus. So I, despite being a support character, often find myself in melee combat. So
True. Although you often happen to be the one who runs up first.
true. I think that's just my natural proclivity to tanking.
Maybe.
Well, looks like we got a new tank now.
Thank God, because I'm pretty, I'm not so great at that with a bard. So
Yeah, I bet.
pretty
Thir-
easy to hit me, and my HP isn't really all that great. So
13 AC. Yeah,
yeah,
not the best.
nah, you could sneeze at me and it'll hit.
And I think we have.
I think you have. It's true. I would not doubt it in the slightest. I am also very adept as the bard at persuasion and intimidation, especially now that I got my extra expertise. So, yeah, I like to talk.
Someone's got to be the face, all right? So,
Yeah, arguably.
all right. And we also have someone else joining us too. Want to introduce yourself in the chat? If your mic's not working.
Knock? Nuke?
Ah,
Oh, wow, huh?
Yeah, we had one of those in the last game too.
Yeah. Nook. Okay. No relation to Tom Nook, right?
No,
Alright, good.
no.
I still owe that guy money, so.
I bet you do. So we have 3 quests.
Free active quests?
3 active quests. The first one is
nice.
is kind of a mystery. Somebody's been stealing doorknobs.
And other low tier valuable.
Like brass doorknobs, or just like any
Yeah.
given door?
It's just like random knickknacks and things someone might find valuable.
Okay. Sounds like goblins to me, but alright.
Then the second quest is where's the rift call?
There is a military outpost that requires extra, basically mercenaries to help. As to where, I believe I said they were. Did I give a direction last time?
You did not. I don't have it written down.
Yeah, I don't think so. Basically, there was a path that leads roughly northeast ish that will take you to. The first quest is in a hamlet called Starview, which is northeast of the city you're currently in. and further on that path is where this military outpost is. So, same direction, northeast-ish.
And we will get paid 500 credits for each monster we kill.
Well, more like group of monsters killed, not each monster specifically.
And our third and fourth, or sorry, our third and final quest is there's been a griffin spotted. Where?
Uh, Spotted flying from the rift into where there's a mountain range to the north. So also kind of in that same direction as the other two.
Right. And we will get 2,000 credits if we capture it or kill it.
Sweet.
So, these are our choices. Which one would you like to do first? Start with the doorknobs.
Doorknob seems interesting, but I'm also kind of intrigued by the mercenary work. Obviously, it's up to the group, but
So as a little bit of an explanation, a little bit of a clarification, each of these quests kind of resemble a different almost play style for how some of these quests might go. One of them is going to be it's going to end up being a more traditional kind of D&D encounter like quest. The mercenary one is going to be more like a combat gauntlet of fighting as many waves of enemies as you can before you either have to bow out or win.
sounds
And
like sounds like uh, sounds like the doorknob is just obviously where we need to go then.
the other one is like more of a roaming boss fight
Hmm.
where it's
Yeah,
gonna
doorknobs are sounding. You gotta
focus
get to the
more
bottom of that
on
mystery.
defeating one powerful enemy. Is the last one.
Maybe we take it slow, find out who's jacking these doorknobs, and then maybe gather up some gear and see where we go from there.
You have any leads on this doorknob thief so far?
Not yet.
The only lead you guys have is the location as to where the thefts are happening, which is, like I said, the small hamlet named Starview to the
That's
northeast.
more than enough information. Why are we not already there?
Because the last party kind of quit out on me before we could start them. So,
God. All
and
right.
you weren't there, Solomon. Come on.
Yeah. Damn me for earning money to support my girlfriend.
There's also
You got a girlfriend?
the potential question of what happened to the horses you guys rented last time.
Did they just disappear?
Well, I mean, you guys all technically did make it back to the city, but now that 3 out of the 4 horses you rented are either with the other 3 party members who left or have been returned, there's still one potentially floating around.
Hey, you got them for free, so
This is
Okay.
true.
Well, how about we worry about the horses later? Let's start heading in the direction where these doorknobs are going missing.
this is Starview.
Let's start you.
Okay. Before we head out and continue this adventure, I will remind the party that we are, in fact, in a relatively large and bustling city. So if there's any last minute, I guess,
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah,
shopping or resource gathering you guys want to do, now would be the time.
see how much money I got. I'm flush with cash. Oh yeah, I need some more wrist missiles.
Okay, it's going to be a bit harder to find specifically in this city.
Wrist missiles? You kidding me?
because this is fantasy city. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gotta be. Oh man.
You might
All
be
right.
able to find crossbow bolts that can work kind of like darts, but
Man, I got plenty of darts.
the
All right.
actual explosive missiles might be a bit harder to find.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're heading to. What do you say it was Starcraft, Star World,
Starview.
Starview. See,
Starview.
sounds like the nice part of the suburbs, like Starview Terrace.
Almost.
But with a name like Starview, they have to have some updated missile technology, right?
We're still in the fantasy section.
Still in the fantasy section.
They just view the stars. They don't actually go there.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Well, I'll make do with the little I have then.
Although there is also, I will remind, a portal to the world origin where rest missiles could probably be found a lot easier.
True.
But getting back is questionable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that.
It's gonna cost you to travel too. So
All right, let's just go over to Starview.
Alright. So as I guess the quest instructed, you head to the northeast exit of the city, which isn't that hard to get to. It is both a big city in terms of area, but a small city in terms of volume. So it's not like the streets are tight and confusing to walk down, so you find your way pretty easily. And you head off to the northeast through what is mostly wooded mountain passes. As this is a very mountainous, I guess, kingdom? Yeah. And you head off to your adventure. I'm guessing walking. So you have to go and get more horses.
still have my horse.
Okay, so there's the single horse.
He's just sort of trotting along.
Yeah. Okay. Well, luckily for you guys, it's not necessarily that far away. So it doesn't take too much time to get there. And the path is relatively well traveled, so nothing really interrupts you on your way there either.
Do they have smaller horses?
Doug says he needs a pony. We'll get you one.
Gotta pull up my notes. Alright. So after, say, about an hour-ish of walking, it's not really that far. You guys make it to Starview. And as described, it is in fact a relatively small hamlet. There really isn't anything in the way of shops so much as it's mostly just a couple of farmhouses grouped together. Maybe about 7-ish in total. Not a very large place, but it seems there's at least a lot of agriculture going on here. So it still has some significance. You see a couple people wandering around. There is actually one kind of communal building, which looks to be a tavern for those who do live in this area. I mean, wherever there's business, you know.
Is there a sign in front of it?
There is when you go up.
Sell doorknobs.
Doesn't have a specific name. It just says tavern.
Okay.
It's not like it's got any competition. So what do you guys do?
good place to look for information.
True.
Let's go in and see if anybody's missing some doorknobs or has an abundance of them.
Well, so we'll look at the doors around the town. Are they all missing doorknobs?
Make an investigation check for me.
Sweet. Good at those. Oh, I'm not that great at them. All right. $17.
Okay. So you take a little bit of time to go jaunt over to one of the nearby farmhouses to go see if you can not necessarily find, but discover where a missing doorknob might be. And as you look around the premises, more specifically at the door, you do in fact realize that the current doorknob on this door definitely looks to be more of a DIY fix than an actual properly made doorknob, almost as if it was taken and quickly replaced with something.
Okay.
Although with a 17, you do also find that there are some, I guess you might consider a bit strange, like claw marks near a patch of soft dirt kind of by the house as well.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what that could be though.
Huh. Turn to the party and say, seems like we're in the right place.
The claw marks in the dirt. Are they near the house where the doorknob is missing?
The patch that Solomon found, yeah, it is. It's close enough. It's about maybe 15 feet away from the house itself. As pretty much you kind of spot it while looking around the house in its entirety. Part of the investigation check was to find where the door was.
Did anybody good at nature? Maybe you can identify these claw marks?
I am a skill monkey, but I am not good at nature.
I'll give it a try.
Have a very particular set of skills. None of them involve finding people.
None of them involve finding people. It's fair.
Kind of the exact opposite of Liam Neeson.
Look at that mighty 8.
Oh, Lord.
Alright.
I don't think we're going to be finding out much. Might have to talk to some people.
So collectively, you guys examine the claw marks and you're like, yep, those are in fact claw marks. No doubt about that part. Alright, so, what do you guys do? Head back to the tavern, plan A?
I guess we'll go back to the tavern.
Yeah, we went to the tavern.
I will, well, yeah. The
Okay.
tavern have a doorknob?
The tavern also seems to have been recently robbed of its doorknob.
Yeah.
I just realized I do have rings and sword I'm sorry. I'm gonna roll that. Turns out I can't find people.
Okay. Well, good to know for future endeavors.
Good to know. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'll walk up to the tavern. I'll open the door, and what do I see inside?
So as you walk in, it's not the largest establishment, but you do have a couple of patrons right now. There is one older looking dude in the one of the darker corners, because there's always got to be at least one guy in the dark corner of a tavern.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And there's also a other group of what looked to be potentially NPC mercenaries at one table, maybe stopped from or taking a break from either going to or coming back from the military outpost.
Right.
And of course, there is a person tending the bar, and that's about it that you notice.
Okay.
So, Call, I actually rolled a 24 for survival to look at those footprints or claw marks.
Okay. So, you taking a second look at the claw marks, you inspect them a lot closely and end up deciding that the claw marks, along with the loose patch of dirt, there might have been a tunnel here at one point.
Interesting. Leading where? Underground?
Leading underground, maybe somehow into the house next to it, or maybe away from the house.
Still like something dug underneath the door to get into the house or something? Or...
Kinda. Or maybe used it as a way to escape without being seen.
All right. I'll go into the tavern and relay this information to the rest of them. Did I have any idea what kind of creature made those claw marks or not?
You're not quite sure exactly. You have a couple ideas. Maybe something could be maybe a dire mole. Those things exist. Maybe kobolds.
Okay.
Freaking dire moles.
I'm gonna go on a hunch and say kobolds because I feel like even though a dire mole might be able to dig better, a kobold would be more likely to steal the doorknobs.
It's a fair assessment.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna head into the tavern then and relay that info.
All right.
Yeah, so guys, took a better look at those claw marks. Looks like something dug underneath the door to get out of the building. Uh, I think it might be kobolds. Not 100% sure. I'm gonna say like 75% sure at this point.
Okay.
Still a pretty good percentage.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get any information out of this barkeep over here. I'll walk up to the bar and I'll sort of wave the bartender over to me.
Okay. The guy who is manning the bar comes over and what do you want?
Hey, you seem to be fixing your doorknobs around this town a little more DIY than I'm used to. What's up with that?
Oh, you got a problem with our doorknobs now?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! And I'll sort of like try and get it down, bring it back a little bit. Say, no, just noticing. I'm wondering what happened around here.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it seems like someone's been taking them. So
Any idea who or what that could be?
I don't know. Some prick. Maybe maybe one of the you know, kids. One of the local hooligans trying to play a prank on us. I don't know.
There are local hooligans?
It's always local hooligans.
Got a point. I was once one of those local hooligans.
You still are.
Okay. I'll ask him what the most popular beverage around here is right now.
Beer?
Well, that's awfully specific. You got a name for this beer?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
One beer.
The tavern is named Tavern. Are you really that surprised?
I'll say, all right, let me just talk to my buddies. I'll see what I can do. And I'll walk back to the group and I'll be like, well, that guy was no help at all.
Yeah, he didn't look like
I mean,
where can we find these hooligans?
Yeah, we should ask the shady guy in the corner.
You think he's a hooligan?
You might know where to find them. I mean, shady guys in the corner tend to know a lot of things.
true. All right. I'll go back to the bar. I'll ask him how much it is for a pitcher of beer.
5 credits.
5 full credits. All right, I'll give him the 5 credits. I'll grab the pitcher of beer. I'll ask for 5 glasses,
Okay.
and then I'll pour everyone in the group a glass, and then with the extra glass, I'll start walking over towards the guy in the corner.
Okay, as you do, you kind of notice he's like half asleep.
Wonderful. Ooh. Well, half asleep's not full asleep, so I'm gonna go over and he's sitting at a table.
Yeah.
I'll put the mug down and I'll sit down and I'll go, "How you doing?"
He kind of stupors awake and sees the beer and the extra glass and immediately goes to grab for it.
I'll put my hand over the top of it and slide it real quick. As he goes to grab it, I'll say, "Hold on there, partner."
What? Just what?
I said, "Yeah, this could be yours, but I'm gonna need you to answer a question of mine, or a few."
Okay. What do you want to know?
Barkeep said there tends to be local hooligans that might be behind this whole doorknob situation. You know anything about that?
Hooligans. Nah, he doesn't know anything.
Okay. What's your take on this whole situation?
I've seen them. I've seen who's been taking those knobs, but no one seems to believe me around here.
I'll take my hand off the glass and I'll slide it towards him. I'll say, "Continue."
He immediately takes it and chugs the entire thing, and then he gets up, points at the bartender, and says, "See, I'm a paying customer," and then sits back down.
Okay. You've seen these things. What are they?
Lizard people. Small lizard people. They come in the middle of the night. I've seen them with my own eyes.
Turn to the rest of the group. Any questions for the gentleman?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, there it is.
So good. It's
Now we can hear you make Jawa noises.
I'm not gonna, probably, maybe, but yeah. You
gotta
can
make
try
it up.
what Nick does.
Listen, I played a Wookiee for a long time, and it wasn't a long time, but I played a Wookiee and I made the noises. You gotta
You're the
commit.
man. No, I'm third personing it.
All right.
Well, I mean, we had to in that game. You don't have to in this game.
Yeah. I would love to. I actually have a whole thing going on behind me, so I'm like on headset and mic, so I gotta like not bother the masses. I have a 10-year-old son. If I started doing that, we'd never play because he'd be laughing, dying laughing. You'd just hear that. You'd never hear me over that sound.
It's fair. It's fair.
All right, I can respect it,
Okay.
but
Obviously, Panook, anyway, up until now, he's like, he's along for the ride. He's kind of small and harmless looking, but really kind of mad about it too. So he's just disgruntled, and he just been following around. And when you come over and ask if anybody has anything to say, he just kind of, like he fondles his blaster. He just he's like, he looks like he wants to kill something, but he's too small to really start any problems himself.
you gotta have that wild card, that little muscle.
Fair enough.
All right, this guy's clearly drunk. Um, lizard people, huh?
Small lizard people.
Do you have any
I'll,
idea where they come from?
The ground. Saw one of them come up from a hole. I think they're moles.
turn to the group. I'll say maybe we can hang around till nighttime and bait him out.
Yeah. They come around at night. They like scratch at people's doors and stuff. It's creepy.
If nobody has any more questions, I'll just say we can move away from this guy so he's not interjecting every time we talk.
That's fine.
Well,
I'll,
Nick
I'll,
will.
I'll ask him what his name is.
The drunk guy.
Yeah,
I don't have a name. His name's John.
John.
I was just John too.
All right. Well, thanks, John. We appreciate that. And then I will walk back over to the bar, out of earshot from him.
Okay.
I don't know if the rest of the group is following, but
Nick will follow, but he will ask. He will look for how much drinks cost on the way, or ask the nearest kiosk, or whatever there is to check out.
They
well, I
go.
bought everybody had one drink because I bought the pitcher and I poured out the glasses. I don't know.
Yeah.
I figured we could at least get 5 drinks out of the pitcher.
Yeah.
So,
For 5 credits, yeah. Going rate would probably be about a credit a
Well,
drink.
Nick is also economical. He's drinking half a drink as a full one.
that'll happen. Nothing. Don't want to get the Jawa wasted and see how that goes.
Especially the pissed off Jawa.
Yeah, pissed off
Oh,
Jawa
man.
and kill somebody. But okay. Well, anybody have any ideas how to bait these guys out if they come out for doorknobs and trinkets? If we have something like that, maybe we could set something up and wait till nightfall.
Just put a pile of doorknobs and trinkets in the middle of town.
That would be a good idea if there was any more doorknobs to take. I don't know where we would find a doorknob at this point.
It's a good point.
Nick
I mean,
just
we
points
got-
to his mouth and then shrugs.
Yeah. If we got, I mean, anybody have any trinkets?
Panook starts rifling through his purple robes.
I got nothing.
There's like 3 credits of coins that fall out, and like some tool, and a power cell.
Power cell, huh? Alright, well, I have this comm link that apparently is worthless, so at least right now it is, so maybe we could use that.
I've got a glow rod.
Glow rod. That could be good too.
Yeah, nice and shiny.
We need to. Can we? Alright. I'm gonna suggest we go outside and maybe try and find a good spot to set a trap. See, because he said they come out at night. Oh, again, I don't know. We could assume he's a rational actor, but says they come out at night and they scratch at people's doors. So maybe we can.
At
sort
this
of-
point, as you guys are having this conversation, you see this John fella get kicked out of the tavern, and the tavern yells something along the lines of, "You've slept in here too long. You need to get the fuck out now." And now John is wandering around the streets, or dirt pathways, as it's a hamlet in this very small area.
Well, despite that display, what he told us does match up to, what I discovered about these things. The fact that they're burrowing and everything.
True. All right. Oh. Okay, well, I will. Can I do maybe an investigation check to see if there's an area outside? Because this isn't like a big town, is it?
No.
No, it's a small town.
Yeah, so maybe there's like an area that's less scratched up compared to the rest.
Well, let's go to the other houses and see if we can find any more of these like dirt patches.
Yeah, move from there. Okay, I'm okay with that.
What time of day is it?
It's at this point probably 3 or 4 o'clock.
All right.
You guys currently don't have your order of time anymore, so sadly you can't ask that.
All right. All right. Well, let's see if we could find more of the scratches outside, more of the
Yeah.
burrows and stuff.
All right. I guess anyone who wants to go around looking for them, guess gives me another investigation check.
What's your default
God.
investigation?
Oh man, we are not doing good so far.
Can you just default add intelligence to it? What's investigation to raw intelligence bonus if you don't have any?
Investigation, yeah, investigation is intelligence. If you don't have, if you're not proficient in it, you just add your ability score
Okay.
to the roll.
Wow, I got a natural 20.
Wow.
Nice.
All right. So with the power of the party combined, you guys spread out and search for clues. And after, I don't know, maybe about another hour or so of searching around different houses, looking for these dirt paths, you do realize that there is at least one per house, as well as it seems in one area where there seems to be a bit of a like a mud patch. There actually being footprints leading away from the hamlet into a nearby wooded area, which could be something or it could be nothing.
Okay.
Take a closer look at those.
Yeah. Is there a way to like maybe we'll follow the trail a little bit?
Okay. I think that would be more of a survival check.
Yeah, I can do that.
There we go.
Or not. Well, that's a 16.
That's not bad. So okay, after finding this footprint,
I'm pretty good at that.
okay, double roll. Let's see. Also 16. All right, so again, with your powers combined, you you manage to follow this footprint track into the, well, at first where it ends, which is pretty much right where the mud stops, which isn't very far. But with these checks, you do kind of manage to start going into the woods and like kind of tracking where whatever this creature might have been went with, I guess, other survival tactics as one would do for any tracking type skill. And you get fairly into it with this. Definitely you like with the investigation from before, you guys definitely know that these footprints were connected to the dirt patches with the scratch mark. So it's definitely a lead. And you guys eventually come across what appear to be a group of kobolds harvesting like bugs and other things. Just kind of as much in the brush as possible to not be in the direct sunlight. Just kind of doing their thing, like just trying to get like berries and shit, berries
Okay.
and bugs and shit. So like, I don't know. Take that as you will.
And how far away from them are we when we spot them?
Uh, Probably about 50 feet.
And they haven't noticed us?
They haven't noticed you and or haven't cared about your presence.
How many are there?
Well, you can see like three.
Should we just go berate them into getting the doorknobs back? See it. This is probably more of like a pest control quest, right?
Maybe.
Puna garbles something, but you hear clearly the words "shoot them" at the end of his sentence, and he's like hoisting his blaster in the air.
Oh
But
boy.
he's not aiming at them.
Okay. Well, if we're taking this as a pest control quest, maybe we should just eradicate them. Otherwise, maybe we. I don't believe kobolds are known for their diplomacy, so.
I don't think you should kill them for the sake of killing them. I mean,
No, I don't think so
That's my
either.
thought at first, at least.
That makes a disappointed sound.
AFK, so guys.
So
This is Tom.
maybe we could. I don't know. I feel bad, like you said, just going up and trying to murder these things, but at the same time, we don't even know if they took the doorknob. And on the other hand, this is a video game, and those kobolds are tasty, tasty XP.
As soon as I get a couple more estimates, I'll reach back out to
Don't.
you.
At
Thank
the
you.
very least, I say we try to start up a conversation.
Okay.
Okay, back.
Um,
Sorry about that.
No problem.
we'll learn to forgive you. All right, I'll start walking towards the kobolds, trying not to like. I'll have my wrist launcher, obviously, sort of like with a dart in it, but
Of
I'm
course.
not gonna have my rapier out or anything. I'll
Right.
walk up. I'll walk up to the point where they can clearly see me, and wait for their reaction.
Okay. As you do that, you go to make your presence known, and they definitely all turn and look at you, and they just kind of bolt.
Oh, Pinook
Man.
chases them
Shame.
immediately, and he starts yelling at them.
Okay.
Something the equivalent of "come back here."
So we start chasing them.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll sort of follow, see which way they go.
My reaction's in the general chat, by the way.
So yeah, we'll just sort of like follow which way they went.
Okay, so that's gonna be a good question. Are you guys chasing them down to try to stop them, or just try to follow them?
Nook will try to tackle one. I don't know if he can catch one. That's a bigger question.
What's your movement speed?
I'll follow, just interested in where they're going.
He's not encumbered. But he's small size, so I think that's 20.
Hold on. We'll double check that.
Just 1 second.
Speed is 25.
25. Alright.
Kobold should still be 30 though, right?
I believe so,
Okay.
but I will also double check that.
Your speed, Derek, is 25.
Oh, 25? Okay. I wrote it down too. I just completely couldn't find it on my character sheet.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yep. So you start to chase after them, and compared to the Jawa, they are in fact just marginally faster.
Hey, Squirtle's got to move to 30. He'll follow them. He'll
I
follow
can
them.
I can dash ahead probably with my force powers.
Again, what is your guys' goal and intent here? Do you want to stop them?
Yeah, well, Nook, I don't know what the rest of them are going to do. Everybody's going to do, but Nook would try to tackle one. That's his goal, but it sounds like they're just a little bit faster than him.
They are. It might be hard to tackle them unless you have some either ability or ranged weapon to attempt to tackle them with, because just actually body tackling them, you're a bit too far away for that.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. This is more of an expression of emotion on Nook's part than ability.
Fair enough. Or if anyone else wants to try to stop one of them or stop them all,
Squirtle will try to tackle one. He's got a speed of 30.
I'm
like
gonna,
the
I'm
move
gonna.
tackle or like the maneuver tackle.
Uh,
He doesn't have big hands, man.
he'll do the move tackle to try to knock one down if he can.
Okay, we'll say because
BRB.
because you can pretty much send out Squirtle a set distance and then have it run and then do a move. I'll say it can get a chance to trip one up. So I guess roll an attack.
A 9. I hate this freaking dice roll. I really do.
I don't know if that hits.
Does it roll slow or it's so hard to use,
It does.
or both?
It does. It rolls horribly.
Yeah, not quite. So you kind of misjudge the distance, and you tell Squirtle to tackle, and he tries his best to catch up, but he's just a few feet off, and he misses.
Okay. I run up to where he is and have him go after him again.
Okay, is anyone else trying anything?
I'm sitting back and watching where all this goes.
Well, I'm at least trying to keep them in sight, at the very least.
Yeah, I mean,
You
like,
can't catch 'em.
I think we should still be following them, but not trying to like take them down or anything.
Okay, so after let's say trying a couple times to trip one up and tackle them without the use of a more ranged weapon, you guys just kind of can't keep up and are a marginal distance behind. You can still see where they're going, and at this point, you're still keeping up with them, but you're not close enough to really do anything physical to them. But it gets to a point where they notice that you're following them, and they split up.
Of course they do. Does anybody speak Kobold?
They speak
Well,
Draconic.
I I can speak to them, but I would have to sort of cast, quote unquote cast. I have a which would make me slow down.
Right. I mean, if I catch one.
So Nook is he just wants to maybe outlast them endurance wise, hopefully. If he can't outrun them, if he can't. So he'll split left. Nook will go left. That's what he'll do right now.
Squirtle and I'll go straight.
All right, I'll
Well,
take the right.
before they split up, uh, I'm gonna attempt to cast sleep on the group.
What's the range on
90
sleep?
feet.
90?
Range is 90 feet.
Okay, we'll definitely in range of that.
and then creatures within 20 feet of a point. So if I pick a point where they're all before they split up, like as I see them going to split up, I'm gonna try and hit as many of them as I can.
Right. So pretty much, you just noticed them splitting up, so you immediately last second throw a sleep to try to capture them all.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'd say you managed to do just that. Let me get some sleep rolls.
All right. There's 5d8. I rolled 20. So I assume they're all at full health. So it's up to you, the order, and then subtract how many of them fall asleep from there.
So there's only three of them, and yeah. So you're like, oh no, you guys aren't getting away from me. Send out sleep, and as you see them go to split, they all just kind of slump down.
Cool. Well, I'll walk with the group. I assume I'm gonna continue to the point where we're like standing next to them. I'm gonna say, now what do we do?
Uh, Panook will say in English, "Talk to them. I can talk to them."
Okay.
But
Well,
you should tie them up and make it hurt some first.
all right. I agree with the tying up, but the BDSM can hold off for a little bit. And we got rope. I have some rope.
I have fiber cord cable.
That's even better.
It's gonna be this.
Okay. So
Got
then
that
I guess
future rope.
I'll let Jax try and tie him up with his fiber cord.
Okay. I guess just give me a. What would that be?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. I guess either sleight of hand or survival. Your choice to see how well you can tie them up.
Oh God.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, well you have a little trouble because what's your strength?
12.
I mean, these kobolds are kind of heavy, and getting them all packed up together and then tied up while making sure they don't slump over again, you have a bit of trouble, but you do eventually do it. You eventually tie them all up into one bundle.
Okay.
Can we sit them around a tree? Sit them around a tree? Just tie them up that way?
With a one, you got them in a bundle.
You take what you can get. Okay. Well,
Maybe someone scary looking can stand over them.
I got intimidation.
I mean-
You should slap one of them to wake them up. And then
Okay. Before we wake them up, I'm gonna turn to Panook. I'm gonna say, listen. Do not threaten them until it's very obvious they're not cooperating.
There's a disappointed Jawa-ese sound coming from Panook's mouth.
Say, I know,
Says,
buddy.
okay, you can feed me the questions.
Okay. So then, I guess I'll slap the one in the middle so that he wakes up.
Okay. The second he wakes up, he does a little scream. Ah! And now he's awake.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to it's a tech ability, but it's a cast translation program.
Right, pretty much comprehend language in D&D terms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
But
My
you get to flavor that any way you want. So do you basically pull out like a
He has
translator
a
device?
He has like a wrist, what is, equipment wise called a wrist pad. So he's gonna be working off of that. Speak into it. It'll spit out the sounds.
Right.
Whatever they say comes back to it and speaks back to him.
It's a wrist-mounted computer, so you're just kind of typing in what they're saying, and it does the text to speech.
Yeah, I think it might be like a voice thing, So he'll go. He'll speak because if it's translation, it doesn't matter what he says. It's what they say into it will come out as I mean, I shouldn't. I'll have it set to whatever regular speech. The
Right.
Japanese is just role
You're
playing,
pretty much
so they
running it
can all
through.
hear it.
You're pretty much running it through Google Translate.
Yeah, exactly. The
Fair
audio
enough.
version.
Nice. All right. Uh,
The middle one wakes up. Do the other two?
not yet.
Okay.
He-
Well, we'll deal with this guy first.
With the sleep spell, you kind of have to physically wake him up. Just yelling isn't gonna do it.
I'll sort of cross my arms and you know,
Good cop, bad cop style.
yeah, I'll try and look. Oh man.
Who's good cop? Who's
All right,
bad cop?
look, I don't. Are you? Can you be the good cop or?
Well, he's the short cop.
Okay.
Bad
I'll
cop,
let
short
him
cop.
I'll let him be the bad cop then. He seems like he'd
Okay.
be better at it. I'm gonna tell.
I'm their size though, so yeah,
But still, you can still be intimidating. I'll look at Pinocchio. I'll be like, ask him if they took the doorknobs and stuff.
I'll ask. Were you the ones who took the doorknobs? Basically, straight out.
And then through Google Translate, it comes back out in Draconic so they can understand it.
I mean, if they don't, I'll tell them what he said.
Squirtle off to the side. He's glaring at them going like this.
See, Squirtle's bad cop.
Squirtle's slamming his fist into his open palm, looking at them, ready to fight.
Okay, so you ask him if they're the ones who took the doorknobs, and he responds originally in Draconic, but thanks to translation. How do I want to word this? It's a good question. He kind of goes, "You mean the things I open doors with? Things people
Yeah.
open, yeah?
Those things.
The shiny metal things on doors?
Exactly. You took them, didn't you?
I didn't take them.
Which one of you three did?
Kind of looked at the other two. None of us three took them.
Okay, well, I'm not a very good detective
We
of
just-
lies.
We're the
Of course.
we just get berries and bugs and stuff.
Ask
Well,
if we know who took them.
All right. Nook will ask them. Well, then, who took them?
Uh,
Don't lie. I know you know. That's what Pinnacle will say. All angry.
the others they took them.
What others? What are you talking about?
Uh, uh, Others. My clan. They took them. They saw shiny and wanted shiny.
Oh, so your clan buddies took them.
Yeah.
Your kobold clan buddies, where are they?
They're at home.
And where is your home? Because we are going to get them back.
I don't. I
At this point, I'll sort of step in, and I'll sort of put my arm on Pinocchio's shoulder, and I'll be like, "Good job, buddy. Good job." And I'll sort of, kneel down to their level, and I'll just give them a big smile. I'll be like, "Listen, guys. I'm sorry. He's being, Does the translator translate me too?"
No, but I'll be nice, of course, and I'll say it all nice if you're saying it nice.
Yeah.
I'll say something like, "Oh, the softy here wants you to know that everything's okay. If
Yeah.
you'll just tell us, we won't hurt you."
Yeah. And I'll just I'll smile, and I'll give them the whole, we're good. And I'll try and persuade them to, just let us know where these doorknobs and other trinkets are being held.
Okay, let's see a persuasion check to see if.
God.
It's a good thing it's off.
23.
Nook has 9 charisma.
Okay, so it's fair. The one you're talking to, he kind of gives you like a squint eye, like trying to discern whether or not you're being genuine or not. and then is also kind of weighing his options. You see he's very deep in thought, trying to figure out, like, should he say or
Yeah.
should he not say? And after like 5 minutes, he was just like, yes.
I'll sort of look.
What did you ask again?
I asked if he would just tell us which way his home is and where the trinkets would be.
He goes, we need to keep the trinkets. We can't. We don't want to give them up. We need them.
Pinnacle asked, actually, would you trade?
Uh, he thinks again for a second and goes, "What do you have?"
I said,
And I say to the rest of them, he wants to know what we could trade.
I'll say, do they have a leader? Ask if he's the leader.
Yeah. So Pinnacle asked, "You're not the leader, are you?" That's what he actually asked.
I'll say
do you
it with
say
like
it?
a nice kind of diplomatic thing, but obviously when it comes out of Panook, it's gonna be like, "Who's your leader?" You know?
Well, I was saying,
Pinnacle's like, "You're not the leader, are you?
Yeah.
Because you're not smart enough." Who's your leader? Is basically what he asks.
yeah, I was gonna say like you kind of say that like jokingly too to him, like you're not the leader, are you? Like
Right.
he does say no, I'm not the leader. Of course I'm not the leader. He kind of like jokes with you, like yeah, of course I'm not the leader. You kidding me?
So I'll say maybe these negotiations would be better suited for your leader.
Yeah. Nick basically translates exactly that, but then says, "Take us to your leader." Just
Yeah.
He goes, uh, you guys got a lot of shinies?
well, Nick translates that.
I'll take out the credits are one credit is equal to a silver, you said, or
Yeah.
all right. So I'll take out a few credits.
Okay. And you
Like, we'll say maybe like 5 or 6, into my palm, and I'll just sort of show it to him. I won't hand it to him, but I'll show it to him. Just to see
okay.
how he reacts.
He kind of looks. He's like, ooh, yeah, okay. We could work something out. You want me to go get my boss?
So how about we come with you?
I don't know about that.
Oh no, we want you to bring. Nick will say, "We want you to bring us to your boss."
I don't know if they'd like that.
How many shinies do you want to bring us to your boss?
Yes.
What? One it is. Pinnock translates.
Okay. Well, I still have the 5 in my palm, and I'll just sort of like motion it forward. Like, is this enough?
He like shakes his head. Yeah.
Okay. So then we will tell him, Panook, tell him we'll give him the pieces once he gets us close to his home.
Yeah, Pinnock will basically say exactly that.
He thinks for a second and goes, okay.
Okay.
And at this point, he's just waiting because obviously he can't go anywhere. He's tied up.
Yeah. We'll leave him tied up for a second. I'll just sort of like convene the group, with outside of earshot, but still within eyesight. I'll be like, do we just keep him tied up and have him lead us?
Like, put him on a leash?
I mean, if we untie him, what are the chances he's just gonna book it?
Could I
I would.
could I make an insight check on the kobolds to see if they're like genuine about taking us to their hive or whatever?
Sure. You can definitely tell with that these guys are a little simple-minded. You feel like if you gave him the silver, there is the credits that convert into silver for him. There is a good chance he will take you to where his home is, but you also kind of think like there's a good chance he's going to run there, and if we lose him on the way, I don't think he's gonna care. Like you get the idea that he will run straight home, getting
By
what
the
you
way,
guys want, but also if you lose him, you lose him.
just so you know, the translate program lasts basically an hour.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
figured.
yeah.
So
Anybody have like a GPS tracker? We can low jack this thing.
No. We could put him on a leash.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess we're putting him on a leash. I mean, his other buddies are still asleep too, so we gotta wake them up and deal with that.
Well, Panuk says, I'll wake them up when you are ready.
I'm gonna trust you on that. Alright, so then yeah. I guess we can use the same paracord and just sort of keep them tied. Alright.
Okay, so how do you do it then? give, give me some visuals here. What are you guys doing to do this?
To wake up the other two?
To
Or
wake up the other two
tie
and leash the one guy.
Do you have more fiber cord?
I have 50 feet of fiber cord.
Like theoretically, these guys are just tied up to each other, so their feet are still kind of dangling and working.
Right.
So you could just wake the three up and have them try to run tied up.
Why don't we just wrap the cord around the first one, put a slip knot, go to the second one, tie him up, put a slip knot, tie him to the third one with a slip knot, and then they can't run anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
And just what, make a chain of kobolds?
Yeah,
Yep.
chain gingham. Put it around their waist.
Yeah.
Well, Panuk will definitely wait till they're done, because Panuk it's not going to wake them up. And they're going to run the moment he probably wakes one up, is what he figures. Probably also because of the way he's going to try to wake them up. So he'll
Alright.
wait till the ropes are tied before he does anything.
Next question I have: who is the strongest one of us?
Not a,
It's not Panuk. He has a strength of 7.
God damn it, people.
got a 14.
That's the best we got. Alright, you're holding on to 3 very angry running kobolds then. You're our best shot. I'm at a 10, so. Alright. I'll ask you to just hold the end of the paracord so you're ready to pull back.
Okay, order of operations. How do you guys do this? Because if you guys are gonna change the orientation of how they are tied up,
We're gonna tie the paracord around their waists.
right? But you kind of have to untie them first, right?
Not necessarily.
I mean, you have them all tied together in one bundle. So to just get it around the one guy's waist, you have to pretty much undo the other two guys.
I thought they were tied to a tree.
No, that's what you wanted to do, but then someone rolled a nat 1 on tying them up.
Oh, yeah. I wonder who that was.
so
Panuk will suggest to tie the one who's awake first, and then tie the other two.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you do this? Explain how.
have Navaroth hold the one we're talking to, so he can't move.
Okay.
Untie. clapperboard.
Okay. So you pick up.
Carefully, without disturbing or waking the other two up.
I mean, with the sleep spell, you kind of have to slap him awake, so you don't necessarily have to be gentle. It's magical sleep.
That it is.
So you pick up the one guy, and then you untie the other two guys from him, pretty much. Okay. When you do that, he's gonna try to just run. He's being grabbed, yeah, but he's gonna try to just run. Being his deal was you're gonna give him the silver once you show him the way. He's gonna show you the way. That's his only goal right now. So roll to the one holding him. I guess oppose. It would be a grapple check. So oppose strength. It's not like you guys re-knocked this guy out before you did this.
Well, how can a kobold outrun me, though?
Well, I got a nat 20.
Well, yeah, you very definitely hold him. The second you untie him, he squirms, and you just kind of hold him in place, and you see his feet just start fucking running real fast back and forth. But you kind of held him up, so he couldn't go anywhere. Pretty much.
So you tie the clapperboard to him.
Okay.
We give a little space. Tie the second sleeping guy. Then tie. Give the same amount of space, and then tie to the third sleeping guy.
Okay. Give me the same thing. With a sleight of hand or survival to see how well you guys do the knots.
Can I help? Give him advantage?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. What we got? 2. There we go.
Alright.
You rolled a 20 and a 1.
Fair enough. So yeah, you guys definitely get the knots exactly how you want them. They're secured very tightly. And you guys have a chain of kobolds, 2 of which are still unconscious.
Well, now that they're tied up, Nook will go to the first unconscious one. He'll, gently push him, jostle him. Then he will completely slap him across the face as hard as he can. Like, with an open palm. And see if that does it.
So it does, and like the first one, after you slap him awake, he lets out a yell, "Ah!" And then he's fine.
Alright. Panook will then rudely wake up the other one, probably leave a Jawa palm print in his face in the process.
Same thing for a third time. Wakes up, does a scream, and it is fine.
Give the leash. To Navaroth.
Okay. And you send them on their way, pretty much?
Yep.
Hush.
Okay. So, with the translator still up, you hear through it the first kobold say, "Alright guys, follow me." And he immediately takes off running and then gets caught by the rope and falls down. And then after resetting himself, taking a look behind him, and goes, "Alright, let's go." And then all 3 of them run at the same time and get caught by the rope, fall down again. It's like, we can't go if you guys don't move.
Well, we'll walk alongside them or trot or whatever, depending on what their speed is.
Well, these guys are trying to run there. They have speed on their side and they want to use it. And you guys are not going to let them. So it gets to the point where you're making progress, but because you don't want them to just sprint forward, uh, you're pretty much tug of warring with them, and then slowly letting them get inches to the point where you're just making a lot of like footmarks in the dirt and shit as you going forward until you eventually make it to like this cave engine entrance that is a little blocked up at the moment.
Except how? Like rubble?
Uh, it is blocked up, sort of like a solid boulder is blocking a sort of obvious cave entrance.
I'll be right back. I have to for just 3 seconds.
Boulder. Like a big old boulder?
Like a big old boulder.
That doesn't look suspicious at all.
These are tiny little kobolds, so they're either getting in some other way, or there's an easy way to move this.
Well, we know that they're burrowing, so maybe that's how they're getting in.
Can I do an investigation of the surrounding area, see if I see any, like, holes or scratch marks or anything?
Yeah. Give me an investigation.
17.
17. Well, the line of thinking that maybe there's another way in definitely isn't too far off. You see a couple of ways that you think might work, but then once you get a little closer, you're like, I thought that was a hole. It's just a dark spot on the wall. Damn. You don't find any other way in, but you definitely feel like there's gotta be.
Yeah. Is there any way to get on top of this cave, or is it in, like, the side of a cliff?
It's kind of like in a base of a mountain.
Yeah, okay. Can I go and maybe push on the rock a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Give me a strength check.
Terrible. Alright.
Just a flat rolls, it's not terrible. It's average.
11.
Alright, so you walk up to the boulder, you get a good grip on it, and try to push it, pull it, lift it. What do you do?
I go up to the boulder and I maybe try and sort of push it to the side.
Okay. So you grab it and you try to push it to the side, and it definitely a giant heavy rock. For a second, you get a little bit of movement, and then it kind of just rolls back into place.
Okay.
I mean, so you get the sense that you probably could move it if you had either more hands or just were a lot stronger.
Alright. Any ideas here, guys? Because my next thing is to shout obscenities at the rock and hope I do enough damage to kill it.
Can you insult the rock?
I can insult the rock, in fact, but I'm assuming it's immune to psychic damage. Might be a strong assumption, might not be. I don't know.
Squirtle and I will help. Try to move
Thank
the
you.
rock.
Okay.
You could ask the kobolds how they get in and out.
Speaking of which, the one guy who you made the deal with is just out with his hands out going, We're home, I want my shinies.
Try to get in.
You just kind of go in.
Where?
What do you mean, where? Here's the entrance. Go in.
Where's the entrance?
You just... He's looking at you confused, like... How do you not know?
Where's the entrance? No shinies.
No, you said shinies.
Show us the entrance.
This is the entrance.
Where? You go in.
He goes, okay. And you see he starts trying to walk away, and then gets stuck by the rope.
I'll give him some slack.
I'm back.
Okay. So you see they get to a point, and they get to a point where he like kind of stomps his foot a bit, and then he just starts to dig. And the other two are like waiting a bit to get closer so then they can dig too. And it's kind of up to you at this point what you want to do with that.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna let them go through all the way. I'm gonna, once they start making a decent enough hole, I'll start pulling them back again.
Okay, so they make a little hole, and the loose dirt's kind of falling back over top of them, so they're kind of like making it just enough room for them, and you kind of yoink them all back out of the hole. And then they're just like, what? you know.
Alright,
So we can't do that. Could you maybe make a hole big enough for us?
That's gonna take time and energy.
we're just trying to move rock.
Yeah, at this point, we just gotta. Maybe we could have them dig a path so it's easy, like a pathway for the rock to fall, you know? That way, when we get it moving, it just sort of like has momentum already.
Here, why don't you guys move the big rock? I'll go and tell the boss that you guys are coming, so we can have, so we can do trade. What do you say?
To the group, but I'm gonna try and say no to that. I'm gonna say you're
I
gonna
mean,
wait till
Nook
we
will translate for them.
before we all go in together.
But if they don't know you're coming, then they might get real mad.
That's why we have you.
Okay, but I don't think that's gonna stop them from getting mad.
We'll take that chance.
Okay.
Anybody, maybe if a few of us get up there and just push this thing hard enough, we can move it. I mean, I moved it a little bit on my own.
Yeah, I'll help with it, and Squirrel will help.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so anyone trying to help push the boulder, give me a strength check. And pretty much everyone can help if you guys want.
Oof, strong 19.
So I rolled a 15 and Squirrel rolled a 22.
Damn, Squirtle.
Alright, so you guys all get behind to push this thing, and for a split second, Squirtle comes up and just kind of one hand thrusts it, and it moves a lot, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then the rest of you guys quickly pile it in so it doesn't roll back and or manage to push it out of the way.
Well, rock is weak to water.
I was gonna say it's super effective.
It's super effective. Squirtle.
In fact, you investigate where Squirtle pretty much punched the rock, and there's like an indent in the rock of how hard he punched it. The squirrel takes no prisoners. And now you have a way into the cave.
Alright, let's go.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, as you guys walk into this cave, which, by the way, isn't the brightest, as it's a cave, and kobolds aren't the biggest fan of light. Just saying.
Nook has a light spell at will, so
I got dark vision, so
I mean Nook has that too. But I know that I ran dark vision, so Nook will shine like a little, you know, he'll fidget on his wrist, machine, and his light will come out of that, I would presume.
all right.
But at will means he has to concentrate on that, pretty much, right?
No, at will means he can cast it multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Over and over again, all day long.
Let me just look at this thing then. So
It should last.
it lasts a while. Light. I'm looking at. I have a page here. Light will last an hour.
Okay. So I'll turn to the. It's big inside, right? Because the.
It's big enough for you guys to walk around in. It's not like you have to crouch or anything.
Cool. Then I will tell the kobolds to lead the way. Keep going.
Okay. So you guys get to a point where you can hear up ahead more draconic chitter chatter from more kobolds. From this distance, it's kind of hard to get the translation going, but also from what you do gather, it's not like it's important conversation.
Right.
So take that as you will, but you definitely hear a fair bit of voices coming from up ahead. Anything you guys want to set up before a potential meet, or have anything you guys want to do? Now would be the time.
Nook will actually put away his blaster now.
Okay, so other than that, nothing.
Well, actually, I'll turn to the kobolds and I'll ask, hey, what kind of leader do you have?
What do you mean?
Is he like King Kobold? Is he an Earl? Do you guys just like? Is it just some dude named Dave that you let make the choices? Like, how does Goblin hierarchy go?
He's a boss.
He's the boss. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys got a nice setup over here? Is there like a market or anything? Is it like a small town, or are you guys just sort of freewheeling?
What? Market? What do you mean?
Okay. That answered it. Well, let's just keep going. We'll see. What's your leader's name?
Boss?
Boss. Okay. That's also answered everything else I need to know.
Boss the boss.
Boss the boss. Alright, let's keep moving.
Okay, so you guys kind of just haphazardly walk into this other room, seemingly unfazed by the fact that you are very well possibly walking into a kobold den. And immediately you guys walk into this fairly large room that you can immediately see two exits to beyond the one you came from. And in the middle of this room is a small party of kobolds, about 11 in total.
Not including the three or including the three?
Not including the three you have tied up. Around a small trove of treasured goods. You guys recognize some doorknobs, some other trinkets. You guys see a couple rusty spoons in the mix. They got a little bit of everything. And they're kind of partying around it. Like, look at the shit we got, guys.
Okay. And do they notice the party of not kobolds with 3 of them on ropes?
They didn't until your front one said, "Hey guys, look what we brought." To which they all stopped, looked at you, and let's see.
Is it like a record scratch moment?
Kinda.
Yeah.
You see a single kobold sprint out of the room, going down the left path further ahead.
I tell the one of our 3 kobolds that spoke, I say to him, tell me what to trade. So they're not scared of us.
He goes, "Oh, well, I told you they might get mad. These guys want to trade," he says out loud to the other kobolds, who, uh, despite that, immediately go and run towards the weapons they had laid out towards the edges of this room and get into battle positions.
Oh, look, like my lightsaber.
As, from their perspective, you guys have 3 of their kind prisoner.
I'll sort of, I'll still be behind the 3, but I'll sort of put my hands up and be like, "Whoa, guys, let's all take a beat, all right?"
Squirrel gets into a defensive position, ready to rumble.
I will look at Jax and say, "That is definitely not helping the situation, Jax."
Okay, I guess we're gonna handle this in initiative. There might not necessarily be any fighting, but we will go into initiative.
Okay.
Okay, well, there goes the diplomacy.
We can. Since we have talking order, I guess we'll. And we're adding our dex bonus, right?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like the turtle person's going last.
Slow and steady wins the race, man.
Okay.
Oh, man. The Jawa with the temper's going first.
It's your trigger finger.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm going first.
He's also doing communication, too, though, so you never know.
Well, there's your diplomacy, right?
Yeah.
The good news is he's smart, so he doesn't want to fight. The bad news is he's got a terrible charisma. Well, does Panook go before the kobolds do?
One sec, I'm handling
That's what
them.
we're waiting on.
Okay.
Alright, what's your guys' initiative?
Panook at 17.
Okay.
Actually, looks like you got a 20 there
Yeah.
total.
20 total?
Yeah, because it's 17 plus 3. For Pinocchio.
Oh, got you. Yeah, 20. Sorry. From
Okay.
17, yeah. I can now read.
Jax, what'd you get?
16.
Solomon?
I got a, 15.
15. And Raph?
Big old 8.
Also, Panook, what is your HP and AC look like?
Okay, so hit points are 21. Armor class is 14. Because under the ropes, he's wearing a combat suit.
Classic. Okay. Yeah,
But
Panook, you're up first.
most of the dex comes from, and he's got a dex of 16. So 3 of the armor class comes from just being really fast.
Hey, Zach, did you add your Jack of all trades to your initiative?
Oh my god, I didn't. Alright, yeah, it's actually a 17.
Diplomacy was first.
Alrighty, this is going to be a complicated combat. It's because there's a lot of guys. But Panook, you're up first. What are you doing?
Well, Panook is gonna he's gonna try his version of talking. With a charisma of 9, he's gonna say something like, "Hey, calm down. We're totally not here to run you through." Basically, what he thinks to say. So,
Okay.
not very diplomatic in general. He has 9, so he's got a -1 base, right? So whatever you want to roll or want him to roll.
I'll say it'll
Trying to
be.
be nice.
It will be your choice between. If Panook means that genuinely persuasion, if he's saying that as a half-hearted lie, deception.
No,
But your
It's
choice.
persuasion. He's actually just really bad in his honesty. So, persuasion would be charisma, right?
Yeah.
-1. So I'm gonna roll 1 die 20 and subtract 1. It's not a bad roll for him, which means it's average. So he is a 10.
You see the kobolds all look at each other and they don't quite believe what you say.
That surprises there. But Panook is actually not going to take an action. I mean, he'll be ready to defend himself, but he's got no weapons out.
So
That's what he says.
What I'm gonna do is you want to take the dodge action.
Okay, yeah. So actively, right? So he'll be ready to dodge.
So what the dodge action does is it gives anybody who attacks you, the first person to attack you, disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. So we'll do that.
Okay. After that, you see these two kind of armored up, somewhat burlier kobolds grab their weapon and shield and immediately get in front of everyone else in a defensive position with spears drawn ready to stab at you guys, but they haven't done anything yet. Followed by one of the ones who looks like out of the group you're looking at is probably the leader, at least in this room. Maybe not the full leader, but is definitely a higher up. And he immediately starts doing some voodoo magic. And he casts a spell, but you're not quite sure what he cast yet, as it wasn't an obvious attack or even anything targeted at you guys. And then it's Jack's turn.
No, it should be
We rolled the same. We both got 16.
All right, because you added it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then decide amongst yourselves
What's your
who
deck?
we want to go first.
doesn't matter. You can go first.
All right. I'll sort of point to the guy that's casting the spell. Be like, what are you doing over there?
He doesn't respond.
Oh man. Turn to the group. I'll say, we doing this? And oh boy,
I refer to my previous gift.
they're all grouped together?
Not necessarily. I mean, they're kind of spread out amongst this room. They're not like they're all bunched up right next to each other. There's like maybe between 5 to 10 feet between them in any
Each of
given
them?
direction. Yeah.
So a 10-foot radius sphere would hit how many of them?
Uh, I'll say because we don't really have a map, just roll a d20 for me.
9.
Well, I can't do that, so I'll give you a 4.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Alright, if someone's gonna start this off, I guess I will. I'll cast Shatter.
Okay.
And I'll try to hit the 4 of them.
Is
They
there
gotta
a
make-
save?
Yeah, they gotta make I believe a con save.
What
Yeah, they have to make
DC?
a con save.
What's the DC?
DC is 14.
One of them makes it. The other 3 don't.
Okay. Then the one that makes it takes 7. The others take 14.
Okay. So you start to kick things off, and you do see a group of. Pretty much, you catch a group in the act of still gathering their weapons, and you shatter them, and 3 of them immediately drop, bloodied, probably dead, and one of them looks extremely hurt from that.
And as a free action afterwards, I'll be like, can we all calm down now? Which I know will not work, but I have to try. And then I'll pass.
Okay. Would be Jax then.
Yes. Squirtle. Tackle that guy with the shield.
Okay, so Squirtle walks up to one of the ones fronting on you guys and attempts to tackle.
Yes.
Roll for it.
To 5.
Alright, so Squirtle walks up all confidently and he goes to headbutt the shield, which you immediately think is strange because you clearly said tackle, not headbutt. And he headbutts the shield and kind of stumbles back like, "Oh, that was a bad idea." Next up would be Raph.
Alright, well, seeing as we're going at this, I'm going to light up my saber and charge in.
What color lightsaber do you have now that it's been ignited?
It's purple.
Nice. Okay.
Alright, so let me see. Alright, so I'm going to activate one of my lightsaber fighting forms.
Alright.
I'm doing. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna do form 1. So I'm going to attack one of the ones with the shield. Let me roll my attack first. Make sure I gotta hit first.
Which one are you attacking?
Same one with Squirtle. That Squirtle attack?
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Welcome to my world.
Alright, so
It's a double weapon, so I do get another attack. Is
okay.
there? I wasn't sure. Is there like a
Uh,
negative to making a second attack like that, or no?
pretty much the double weapon. It's like two weapon fighting.
Okay.
So
And
you got,
I have the feat that still allows me to add
okay.
my ability scores.
So then
So
I
you
don't.
use your bonus action to make
Yeah.
the second attack.
That one's a 16.
The 16 will hit.
All right. So, no, well, I guess I have to use bonus action. Oh no. Okay. As part of the bonus action to use the form, I can use double or two weapon fighting, so it still works.
Nice.
So, in addition to the damage, it's got to make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it's pushed back 5 feet, and I can immediately move into the space that it vacated.
What's the save?
Save is it's not that high. It's a 13.
It's gonna make it.
Okay. Let me just roll damage then.
No damage.
All right, 8 damage.
Alright, good hit. So you walk up to this one who Squirtle tried to headbutt the shield and failed. You swing once with your lightsaber, and this kobold actually manages to sidestep, dodge it, and then he misjudged where the second end was, and you hit him right in the arm, but it doesn't. It does some damage, but the arm's still intact. You didn't necessarily cut through it, but you do get a good nick on him.
All right. My limb count hasn't started yet. Then. Okay.
Next up, you see these two guys who are on the other end of the room. They pick up their equipment, which doesn't seem to be traditional weapons. One of them is going to throw a vial at Solomon, and the other one is going to throw a what you guys can only think is a bee's nest at Raph.
Oh no, I've seen the stats for these guys.
Yeah. So first up with the vial. The vial is going to miss you, Solomon.
Okay.
But it drops at your feet, and you can start hearing the sizzle of acid.
Oh, okay.
And the bee's nest.
Wait.
Where is it? Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta. After the creature. Okay. How bad are these bees?
You don't know yet.
Yeah. And if. Alright, yeah, you can go ahead.
So immediately behind you, Raph, the nest lands, and a swarm of wasps show up, angry and pissed off.
Oh no.
They don't actually do anything yet, but they are right behind you, and you're positive they're going to try to sting you next time around. Ooh, jeez, okay. So up next is going to be the two remaining ones who haven't gone yet, which are winged kobolds, and they both pick up some slings, fly up 15 feet, which there is room in this large room, about 20 feet of clearance, and they shoot rocks with their slings. One's going to be at, we're going to say Jax, and the other is going to be at Panook. Okay, so I said Jackson Nook, right? Nook.
Yes.
So Jax, a rock flies, smacks it directly in the face for a total of 2 points of damage. And Panook, a rock flies towards you, and you kind of see it coming, and you step out of the way.
Okay. Was that the dodge?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And then it's top of the round. Panook, you're up.
Panook is self-conscious about his wanting to live, so he will punch up something really quick on his wrist computer, which is basically he's going to cast energy shield, which I'm not actually. Is that what I think it is? Is that like a sort of the first level armor spell,
I'm not sure.
something like that? Maybe not. If not, I'll do something else. But in Star Wars, it's labeled on the 5th edition. It's labeled energy shield.
No, it's a shield spell. So that's the reaction where if you get attacked, it adds 5 to your AC.
Oh, got you. Okay, so
It's not mage armor.
oh, it's not mage armor. That's something else. Okay, fine. Let's just do this instead because it makes just as much sense. It's called the same thing. He'll cast basically mirror image. So suddenly there'll be a bunch of, you know, pop-up images after he punches in on his wrist computer of Canucks running around the room.
Okay.
So that's a second level. So it'll cost him 2, but he's got the tech points to do it.
Sounds good. Next up is actually going to be the Swarm of Wasps, who immediately move on to Raft's Square and start trying to sting you.
Alrighty.
What do I need? This and that. And try as they might, sting you they do not.
That shell, baby.
Next up is going to be the ones with the shields, who one is going to attack Squirtle and the other is going to attack you, Raph, for being up close to him. They require... what are they rolling? Gotcha. And what AC does Squirtle have? One thing I didn't have.
AC of 14.
Gordon
Alright.
got better AC than me?
Yep.
Squirtle takes his spear directly to the chest, and
Oh no.
Jesus.
No.
some blood is drawn for 5 damage. Whereas Raph, your turtle shell is fucking treating you pretty nicely as the spear, as he launches the spear towards you, it bounces right off your shell and deflects.
I am definitely turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Up next after that is the caster, who is going to target Solomon with a spell. He is going to cast Scorching Ray. Do you have a rebuttal?
Mate. Yeah, I'm gonna use cutting words.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, swing, better, swing, and try and get him to, miss me. Wait, he has to make an attack roll for that, right?
Yes, he does.
All right.
Which
He's gonna subtract 5 from that roll.
Okay, so the first ray goes wild. The second ray also goes askewed. But the third one collides. And I believe each ray does 2d6 damage, right? Do I have that correct? I think so.
Yeah, on hit, target takes 2d6 fire.
The ray collides with you and does a astounding 10 points of damage.
Ouch.
That hurts. That hurt bad, man.
And
Good thing I
then
didn't get with any others.
it's your turn.
Okay. The way that they're positioned in the room, are any of them like lined up next to or behind each other?
Let's make another one of those generic d20 rolls.
Seven.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
I have a carbonite canister that can either be fired in a cone or I can use it in a line.
Okay, based on your roll, with a quick look around, you can definitely get at least 2 people in line.
Okay.
But any more than 2, you don't think will happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna sort of put my wrist out and try and launch it at what I assume I can get 2 of them in a line.
All right.
So they have to make DC 13 con saves.
Are you targeting any one specific and then hitting another? Is there any specific line you're trying to make?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make a line to get as many as I can, sort of like a scatter plot.
All right.
So,
What's the DC?
13.
It was con.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see the line that you want to shoot, and the line includes one of the up front shielded ones, as well as that asshole who shot you with a scorching ray.
Okay.
And you fire and they both don't make the save.
Okay. So they're both going to take 1d4 cold, and their speed is going to be halved until my next turn.
All right.
So they both take 4 damage, and their speed is halved.
All right. Noted. Next up, Jax.
Squirtle. Tackle. Thirteen.
Oof. That is going to just barely miss.
Okay.
Anything else?
Are we playing with flanking rules?
Yeah. But setting that up is you have to tell me you're specifically trying to flank a character with another character.
Alright. Squirtle will then move so that he and Navaroth are flanking this guy.
Okay. I'll say you can do that without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Should be able to.
Yeah. He's good. Up next, Raph.
Alright, So I'm gonna try using the force power. Um, I'm gonna use force burst. So everybody within a 5 foot sphere of myself needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, we're gonna say that's 3 people, being the 2 ones with shields and the swarm of wasps.
Sweet.
What's the DC?
It's a 13.
And what, you said Dex?
Yeah, dexterity save.
One of the shield guy makes it, the other one doesn't, and the swarm of wasps definitely don't.
All right. So the guy that makes it still takes half. I rolled a 5, and I'm also going to, as one of my class features, use what is this thing called? Uh, a key, not key. That's a monk thing. Force empowered self. So I roll a d4, and I'm going to use the deflection option to add that number to my AC until the start of my next turn.
Oof. Tough.
It's a 4.
There you go.
Making your AC a total of 22 right now.
Yeah.
Crazy. Alright. Up next are the 2 more crazy looking fellas who are going to...
Can I just real quick? Did the ones that were on our ropes? I assume Navaroth let them go jump into combat. What happened with them?
That's a good question. Did you guys actually do anything with them, or are they still tied up?
Still tied up.
Yeah, they would still be tied up.
But no one's holding on to the rope?
Yeah.
I gave up on that once, it was like, oh, well, we're in combat now. No point in trying to hold on to them.
Actually, I can hold on to him.
That's true.
I'm not doing anything.
Commanding Squirtle. Okay.
Okay. So are you?
I am.
Quickly make me a strike check. While commanding Squirtle, you feel the rope slip from your grasp, and they take that opportunity and run with it. They don't seem to be adding on to combat as they actually dip into the right path. Actually, wait, I said the one guy went left. Yeah, they went right. Still tied together, though, so you at least got that victory on them. So continuing on, it's the inventor's turn, and they were both going to throw a vial. One at Panook and the other at... we're gonna say Raph again, because Turtle's avoiding everything.
Is it more bees?
No, not this time.
Okay.
One bee swarm is enough. What is the plus to it? Gotcha. So the one will hit Panook, and the other will, of course, with your force empowered self.
Just out of curiosity, do I have the mirror image going or not quite yet?
You do have mirror image. So I believe. Do I have to make that roll, or do you get to make that roll where any incoming
no.
attack dissuades
DM.
to? Oh, I do.
DM makes a roll to see which one he's actually attacking.
Okay, well, regardless, whether you or your images get hit, so one of you does get hit.
Yes. Something gets
And
hit, right?
yeah, one of you guys are getting hit, and the other vial that was thrown at our turtle, even though it was a glass vial, somehow harmlessly bounced off you and didn't break. So maybe it could be usable.
That's how alchemy works, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
Is it again D4 plus 1 images, or am I wrong about that?
Uh, you get 3 illusionary duplicates
Use get
in
three.
your space until the power ends. Duplicates move with you and mimic your actions.
Okay.
I rolled a 4 to see which one I hit.
Okay.
I don't know which one that is.
No, you roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. So roll a 20.
Got a 4.
You have 3 duplicates. You must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack to a duplicate.
Okay.
If it's 8, with
Oh.
one duplicate, it's 11.
They have to. You have to roll to change the
I
attack.
have to roll.
Yeah.
So am I rolling a die 20?
Yeah.
Yep.
Straight, a flat 20, right? Okay. It's an 8.
Right, so I attacked one of your duplicates.
And hits it, right?
The AC has a 10 plus your dexterity modifier. If an attack hits a duplicate, the duplicate is destroyed.
Okay, so basically one duplicate goes away.
Yeah.
So now you've got
Alright.
2 left.
Right.
So you see this vial go flying right towards it, smack one of your duplicates dead center, hit the ground below it because it's just an image, and then in that spot, burst into flames.
Well, I'm glad it was an image. Doesn't like it hurt.
Tell me about it.
Lastly to go are the winged ones who are going to reload their slingshots with a rock and fire again. This time one at we'll say they're both gonna try to attack the front runner here because they see how he's avoiding everything and really don't like it. They want to hit. They want to hit you at least once, Raph.
Bring it on.
Oh, I still don't think that hits though. That's a good one. What's their plus?
Wrath is our champion.
Okay. So, 2 rocks are chucked at you with a sling. The first one bounces off your shell harmlessly. The other one hits you right in the neck for 4 points of damage.
Alright, so as a reaction, I'm going to use Saber Reflect.
There you go.
Oh man, this guy's untouchable.
Nice.
Let me see. Raise my weapon, and yeah, so I roll a 1d6 and reduce the damage by that much.
Go for it.
Two. Oh well.
All right. So, you sense the rock coming, and this one you sense is actually going to hit you. So you quickly pull your lightsaber out, try to deflect it, and you manage to cut the rock into 2 pieces that then both hit your neck. But only for 2 points of damage instead of the original 4.
Fair enough.
Gotta slow that momentum.
And then you notice that one that hit you and actually do a little bit of damage goes, "Woohoo! I did it!" And it's going to be top of the round. Look, you're up.
All right, so when it comes to beast form, I'm not sure. This is a technical question. Fire, can I get it with fire without burning my friend and our champion Raph?
It depends on what kind of fire you're trying to use.
Well, it'd be a spell. It's that's what it is. Is it's a not like I'm not pulling out just a fire. It would be a flame sweep, right? Which
What's
is
tell
like
me the description of a flame sweep.
I think it's a burning hands, right? Tom, you correct me if I'm wrong on that, right?
If it's a burning hands, then the bees are pretty much currently in Raph's space,
Okay, fine.
so I don't think that's going to work.
No, 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 no.
Although
No,
Raph does have a pretty big shell, he might just be able to take it.
I still that would lead that could lead to bad dinner conversation later.
That's up
So
to you.
no, no, no. But we will. I feel like kobolds don't like fire either. So maybe I'll just protect. Speaking about flanking, I'll protect our flank, whatever you know our side is from whatever the nearest group of kobolds is, and yeah.
Can you target the spellcaster?
If if I can get, I would love to get this spellcaster in there. I'm not sure. It's a burning hand. I think it's a burning hand. So
It's
it's like a
15
sheet
feet.
of 15 feet.
From you.
Whoa,
In a cone shape.
that's different than I remember. Okay, fine. So I will try to get the caster inside the flame sweep. But I'm basically shooting a sheet. Maybe get the caster and whoever else I can, if I can get anything else in there that's bad.
Okay, so
The bad
if you want to try to maximize how many people you can hit,
hmm
you can angle it so it either hits the two shield guys up front.
Right.
The spellcaster's kind of on its own, so you could move around and
Okay.
target just the spellcaster. Or theoretically, you could take a step back, target the two shield guys up front, plus the bee swarm, plus Wrath,
Wow. That's
and get four people in one
I'm
shot.
just I fear wrath.
And I'll even say if you're willing to potentially leave yourself pretty open next turn, you could even get into a position where you could hit the two flying guys
No, that's
with it.
now we're talking way too risky. This is Atlantic City now. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go for two shield guys because fire should be able to get through. A shield's a nice thing, but not against fire, right? It could protect them maybe, but I'm gonna just go for the two shield guys so I don't damage Wrath, and I'm not gonna worry about the flying guys who's spellcaster, I guess. I'm gonna go for the two shield guys. Choice B, basically, that you displayed. We'll go for that with the flame sweep.
So they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
What's the DC?
My DC is 30. Wait a second. Tech save DC is my potential plus my level plus the spell level, right? Hold on a second.
Usually
Hold on,
you'll have I think normally your spell DCs
no, I'm
are.
sorry.
Should be
Okay.
8 plus modifier plus proficiency.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Proficiency. So 2 for proficiency, 3 for my intelligence, and 8. So 13 is the DC. Yeah.
Okay, they both make it, but they'll still take half damage.
Okay.
So you're doing 3d6 fire damage.
All right. Do I roll separately for each?
No, you can roll them together.
Okay. So I haven't used this engine, so can I do roll 3d6?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So 9,
That is
5.
4.
Does it round down?
It does.
Anything
Ooh.
good rounds down.
Oh, okay. Well, 4.
If it's good for us, round down. If it's bad for us, you round up.
I see how it is.
That's how the game works.
Mean
Pretty
people
much.
in this game.
Pretty much.
Alright. Not bad though. 4 damage to 2 heavily armored targets. Not bad, not
Yeah.
bad.
We gotta get them started.
Alright. Up next is the Wasp, who is still very furious at Wrath. And they will continue to try to sting through your very heavily armored shell. And they still don't. They're just bees after all. They're not very good at their job. Then the two shield guys are gonna go, attacking the two front runners again. One on Raph, one on Squirtle. What's these guys' pluses again? I think it's only plus 3. It is. Okay. So, it's fine. Don't gotta worry about that. The one on Squirtle misses. Raph, however, this spear, after being distracted by the rock last time, managed to find an opening with his spear.
Okay.
And actually hits you for 7 damage to the side.
Oof.
I will say, he only just barely hit you though.
Okay.
And he rolled really high. It was still just barely. Beyond that, it's going to be the sorcerer's go again, who is going to do some crazy shit. And by crazy shit, I mean do the same thing he did before and Scorching Ray someone. This time, let's see, there's 5 people. Who's he Scorching Ray? 3 is going to be... 3 is going to be Solomon again. He does not like you. Alright, first beam does 12 damage directly into the back of one of the shield guys.
Alright.
Oh man, what happened there?
Call that a misfire. Second one, the other 2 will hit. Solomon, if you want to do anything? One of them, they both hit. The other 2 will hit you.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Wait. They're hitting who?
You. Twice.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do cutting words again, try to make one of them miss.
Yeah, I'll use one cutting word.
Okay.
Well, I can only use one, so. Subtract 1 from it. That was such a waste.
I will say that will cause one of them to miss,
Oh, okay.
because
Maybe
one of
not.
them only just barely hit you. The other one, though, still does hit.
Yep.
For only 7 points of fire damage, as it
Okay, I am very hurt.
strikes you directly in the leg.
I am very hurt.
Well,
Oh,
I believe it's your go now.
I'm going to take aim at the sorcerer.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire a wrist dart at him.
Go for it.
24.
24 will hit.
Okay. 1 second. Gotta see. For 6 points of damage.
6 points. Nice.
Yep. And then, hold on 1 second. Let me look something up. I'm going to bonus action healing word on myself.
Yep, it's fair.
So I am going to add a d4 plus the modifier. Yeah, okay. 4 plus 4. So I get 7 back.
Nice.
Okay. And that's all I got.
All right, Jax.
Wordle. Tackle. Now he's flanked with Wrath, right?
Correct.
Good. Still misses.
Damn. All right, anything else?
I got nothing else.
Squirrel just can't get past this guy's shield.
Now I guess this damn dice roller will stop rolling ones.
You're allowed to roll other things. You don't have to use this, but you can if you want to. All right. Next is going to be the Raph. Raph's up.
Alright.
Dragon Turtle Man.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to use Force Project, and I'm going to upcast it by 1. It's basically Magic Missile, so I get 4 missiles.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to target 2 at each of the flying kobolds.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, so that's 9 to the first one and 7 to the second.
So pretty much using the rocks they've been throwing at you, you launch them back with the force, taking down one of them and severely hurting the other.
Take that.
Actually, to the point where the other one kind of crumbles and falls down to the ground, making him vulnerable to be hit again. Is that your turn? Got any bonus actions?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I will also use another bump to my AC.
It's been working so far.
Yeah, man. Just a 1 this time.
Okay, still a 19 AC is hard to hit. Alright. The inventors go, and they decide throwing stuff is no longer going to work. So they run up to assist the 2 shield guys, and they're going to start poking with their scorpion sticks. Someone's getting poked with a scorpion. I'm going to say one of them's going to run up to Panook and try to poke one of his images, and the other one is going to go for the tank. Because, I don't know, maybe a scorpion can get past the turtle shell. Who knows? So, let me just make sure I got this correct. Wow, okay. That was certainly a good idea for them because they both hit. You guys both take 1 piercing damage.
Now I have to roll for mirror.
Yeah, you get to roll your mirror image. Maybe you don't take 1 piercing damage.
Okay.
So you roll for that.
Oops. 11.
There you go.
So another image disappears.
Another-
So 1 image left.
So the tank and the image gets poked by a scorpion. Raph, you need to make a Constitution check. Or a save, actually. A save.
that's not good. I got a 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the next, for the time being, you retch from the poison of the scorpion sting, and it is kind of making you unable to take actions. But you do get to make a save at the end of each of your upcoming turns, so it might not be for long. Especially since the save is pretty easy to hit. So, the last winged kobold who has fallen to the ground is in a final stand of defiance, going to approach with his dagger and attempt to take out this last image.
Don't you mess with my image.
He misses completely.
Go
He, because of how injured he is, he mistakes your image as for him seeing double, so he tries to compensate by hitting down the middle. But there's nothing in the middle because he's actually seeing double.
Nice.
So there you go, and it's gonna be top of the round again. Panook, you're up.
I have a just. Do we know? Just do we inherently know in this area of the world, if our technology stuff works like blasters?
Yes,
Yeah.
that works.
Okay.
Everything works.
And then my other, then just rule question: can I draw on fire at the mage guy? My light pistol.
Yep.
With
Okay.
the winged cobalt now on you, though, I believe you
Oh,
will.
he's okay.
Yeah, you will take
How-
disadvantage to try to shoot the sorcerer, right? Because it's
Yeah.
disadvantage for shooting out of melee.
It's basically I'm in melee, so how about this? I'll just draw. I have a vibro knife or vibro dagger, basically. So I'll draw
Right.
and fling back at the winged kobold. With
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
I have to roll a.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm not very good at combat, but I'm gonna try my best. Let's see. I think I have a minus. Oh yeah, I'm not good at combat. My strength is -2. We'll see.
Well, the dagger is.
It's strength or dex for the
D-
dagger.
It's D. I think it's a D4. I don't think it's that great. I am basically a mage, right? So 1d 20. It's 2. But do I add my potential to the attack?
Yeah,
what's
your
my-
proficiency bonus.
So
Yeah.
my proficiency basically washes with my -2.
No, actually, with the vibro dagger, it's got the finesse property, which means you can either use your strength or your dexterity.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna use my dexterity then, so that'll be a net +1.
Right, so that'll be +1 plus your proficiency, which is +2, so you get a +3.
Oh, what am I saying? Hold on. So you're actually, well, right. So I'm completely wrong. Actually, my dexterity gives me a +2 modifier, and my proficiency is +2, so it's +5
Yes.
because it's a finesse weapon.
Nice.
Okay, well, I will finesse it up then. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but so a 19 is the total there.
You definitely hit him. In fact, your minimum damage will kill him. So how do you want to kill him?
My minimum damage is 1, but I'm just
Yeah.
really likely to roll 1. I will just shank him right in the belly.
So as he steps up to try to slice you down in half,
Yeah.
you pull out your vibro shank and go, "This is my prison." Pah!
Right. I just duck under his shot and stab him in the
And you pretty much Assassin's Creed stab him in the stomach, and he falls
just
over
right in the
dead.
stomach. Soft spots.
All right, nice. That's the winged kobolds taken care of.
It's gotta get the numbers down, right?
Up next is the wasps again. The fury of these wasps show no bounds. They are incredibly pissed and they don't know why. But despite that, They still can't get past your shell, Raph.
As I'm throwing up in the corner.
Yeah. You're throwing up. You're throwing up being assailed by wasps, but the assailed by wasps part you just don't care about. They're just there. All right, the shield guys go now, and they're going to again attack the front runners. One on Squirtle, one on Raph. They both miss horribly. The sorcerer is going to, since he's having pretty much a mage fight with the bard, he's going to chromatic orb someone. It's not chaos bolt. It's chromatic orb. Let's see if he hits. He's going to try to chromatic orb Raph again, but misses. They want the tank dead, but they can't kill the tank.
Doing my job.
Yep, that's how you do it. So
I didn't really build this guy as a tank. He's more supposed to be just a melee combatant. The high armor class was a side effect.
right, but you're also the only real melee
Yeah,
combatant other
yeah,
than
I guess.
Pokemon. So you could also be the tank.
I guess so.
So you see a streak of lightning go flying right past you as he just completely misses you. But you could tell his intent was on you. Which leads Solomon to be up, I believe. Yeah.
Sounds about right. I'm gonna take aim at the sorcerer again. I'm just gonna try and hit him with another dart.
All right.
It's an 11.
11. Let's see. That might actually hit still. Never mind, it does not.
And then I'm going to let me check something. I believe I used 2 out of my 4 bardic inspirations already on a cutting words.
Yeah.
Is anybody else like badly hurt yet or no?
No, save it.
Yeah, alright, I'll pass.
Yeah, I'm still at about half, so I can go for a few more.
Yeah, I'll just say go at that point.
Watch where it'll tackle.
Let's see it.
16 on the die. Thank God.
That will hit.
For 6 points of damage.
Alright, that's gonna be this one. That one's looking very hurt now.
Are these kobolds?
Yeah. These kobolds are heavily armored, and as you can see, are fighting with some pretty high training. But this one's real hurt. This one's definitely bloodied.
He went to the humanoid academy.
Yeah.
That was Jack. So Raph, you're up. You can't take action because of your poisoning, but you do get to make that save again.
That's 12.
Which you make it. You feel a lot better now. So you gotta pass that through your system.
Sweet.
DC is 9 on that, by the way, so it's not like it's...
So I literally failed by 1 last
Yeah,
time.
it's not like it's particularly hard. It's just if it
No,
does...
actually,
If it does work, it kind of sucks. Alright, so then the inventors go again, and they're gonna keep up their assault. They got scorpions who want to sting, and so one's gonna be on. I believe it was Panook and Raph fighting with scorpions on a stick.
I love these kobolds. I know they want to kill me, but I love them.
They have heart.
Raph, this time you feel the stinger hit directly into your chest, but you're pretty armored there, so you're just like, oh. But you can see the intent in the scorpion's eyes. He really wants to sting you.
Well, that's uncomfortable. Rude.
Panook, do you still have a thing up, right?
One image left.
Yeah. Well, the you get a roll because the scorpion hit.
Wow.
He
this
hit
guy's
something.
Good. Yeah, we'll see. This will be my last image if I make it. Oops.
11 or better.
11.
So it uses the last.
The last all images properly
The
expended.
scorpion stabs the last image, and the image goes, "See ya." And now it's just you and a guy wielding a scorpion on a stick. What a fight!
At least we're the same relative height.
True. Top of the round, it's your go, Panook.
Man, I'm not good. I'll stab him, but I won't do much damage. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna totally knife fight this guy with Nook.
Hell yeah. Who wins, vibro knife or scorpion?
Hitting is hopefully we'll see how this goes. Whoa, that's a bad roll, but I don't know what his armor class is. So 11, does that do it or no?
That's a good question. Does that do it? Ooh, just barely misses.
That's okay. I understand.
He
I
quickly
show him the intent
he-
in my eyes.
he quickly brings up his stick to parry your vibro dagger.
Not because the scorpion knows stick. What?
Not quite. The scorpion's quite tightly onto the stick. Alright, the sovereign glue, pretty much. The wasps go again. As pissed as ever. And they are still nothing but a minor nuisance to Raph, the dragon turtle tank. Beast of a tank. The shield guys are going to continue their assault on Squirtle and Raph. They both miss by 1. Wow. Talk about a really HeroClix situation here. Both miss by 1. Sorcerer goes, and he's gonna continue the assault with his chromatic orb. Second one. He used his second level spells. He's going for his first level spells now. Who he hitting? He's hitting Solomon again. He does. Do you want to respond?
Cutting words.
Yeah. 1.
Killing me small.
You cutting words with another 1?
Yep.
Anyways, he's only a 13.
Yep.
I'm sorry, bud. That doesn't quite do it.
I can imagine.
So another streak of lightning comes zooming your way. This time past the tank. And ouch. Okay. for 13 points of lightning damage.
I'm down.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Chromatic Orb, 3d8. Alright.
But you took like 12 before and you got hit. That's your third hit, right?
That's why I kept going for the sorcerer. I mean, it's generally the best idea to take out their caster. But
Yeah.
Jax, you'd be up.
Squirtle will tackle again.
If it ain't broke.
That's 19 on the die.
19 will hit.
For 7 points of damage.
7 points. Whoa. This time, Squirtle busts in the right in the back of the knee of this kobold and takes him down to one knee. Looking real pathetic right now, but he's not quite unconscious. Really close though. And then it's Raph, you're up.
How far away is that kobold sorcerer?
He's about he's about 10 feet behind the front line.
Do it.
I'm going to. Alright, I'm gonna activate another fighting form. So it's form 5. I can activate it as part of a bonus action and engage in double weapon fighting. So I'm going to attack the two. The two inventors are still up, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna attack one of them, and then the one that Squirtle just attacked as well.
Alright.
Because I sent kill secure.
Which is good because both of those guys are within 5 feet of you already. So let's see it.
So that's a total 20 on the inventor and an 18 on the shield guy.
Well, they both hit.
All right. Damage.
Technically, you'd have advantage on the shield guy.
Which, not only did you already hit, but he's dead.
Alright, so that's a 7 on the inventor, and I won't even bother rolling for the shield guy.
Alright, you get a nice gash across this inventor, immediately bloodying him. And how do you kill the dragon shield guy who's in front of you?
So I'm still taking I'm gonna be taking my movement action, using my blade dance. Don't provoke attacks of opportunity as long as I
Right.
don't damage something. So as I'm basically like in one movement, I'm going to spin my lightsaber, cut off the kobold's head, and just move past it as it slumps to the floor.
Alright, keeping up the themes of decapitation from the last couple sessions. Very nice.
And I will use the rest of my movement to get to the sorcerer.
Okay, you said that does not provoke attack of opportunities?
Right, as long as I don't damage something, I don't provoke attack of opportunity.
So you definitely see the other shield guy wanting to attack you, but can't. Because you're just too fast and too fancy in your movement.
You know what? To keep it in the turtle theme, I'm my movement is just me spinning on my shell towards the sorcerer
Yeah, you pretty much
with the
you
lightsaber coming out. Just
you Koopa shell forward pretty much.
yeah,
Right.
Nice. All right,
yeah. So I'm based with the sorcerer then, and that'll end my turn.
which now leaves the two inventors to go. The one is going to turn on Squirtle since he's next to Squirtle as well, and the other is going to continue his attack on Panook. Alright, Squirtle is hit, Panook is not.
Uh, as a reaction, I'll use withdraw. Adding 2 to my armor class, making it a 16. Is a 16 still hit?
Okay. Squirtle is not hit, and Panook is also not hit.
Woohoo!
A lot of shell-based defenses in this party now. Top of the round, Panook.
Because I'm really old school D&D. When someone goes down, do we have to kind of go stop them from bleeding out? Or is that
Yes, but he has some time.
Right. 5th edition, you get death rolls. If you fail your death saving throws 3 times,
Mhm.
you die. You're completely dead.
So?
But if you make it 3 times in a row, then you're unconscious.
Well, right now I'm in melee still, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
To be able to stab this guy to death. I'm still gonna. Let me just take a look here. Well, yeah, this combat's taking a lot out of us. For now, I'm going to stab him. I'll try the stab again.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's see. Roll a times 5. Okay, 17.
That'll hit.
And unfortunately, the damage will be
You still add your dexterity modifier.
2 damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then that changes things.
Yeah, you're
1 die 4.
you're a surprisingly better knife fighter than you thought.
Yeah. He's surprised. Yeah. Okay, so 4 total.
Hey, not
Yeah.
bad, not bad. You get a nice, good nick across his face,
Right.
showing no mercy against this Cobalt inventor.
It's a Jawa with a knife.
A Jawa with a knife fighting a Cobalt with a scorpion.
Right. It's like a video game, a fighting video game, but just with really small people.
Yep. Alright, the Wasps go and are going to since the one that they were attacking is now out of combat, they're gonna move to the closest one, which I believe is gonna be Squirtle. So the Wasps are gonna go sting Squirtle. Luckily, Squirtle isn't vulnerable to bug type damage, so there we go. Does this actually hit? Maybe. What's the plus again? Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't hit. Damn, I didn't know wasps don't beat turtles. They just can't get past the shells.
That's right, baby.
So the
T-R-T-L-E power.
the final dragon shield is going to continue his assault on Squirtle as well, as he is the last one in that original front line. And he will hit. for 7 points of damage. Right in the center of the shell again. Just stab. How's Squirtle doing? Damn. Squirtle taking no prisoners either. Up next, the Sorcerer is trying desperately to defeat you guys, using every spell slot he's got. Spinning his chromatic orb diamond around again, this time targeting Raph. And he's gonna miss. You being up close to him freaks him out, and he unleashes another blast of lightning into the ceiling. And now it's Solomon's turn.
13, I make it.
That's a pass. One step closer to not dying. Jax, you're up.
Alright, Squirtle. He's in melee with the other shield guy.
He's in melee with the shield guy and with the swarm of wasps. Who really aren't a threat at this point, but they're still there. They're trying to be.
Tackle. Shield guy. 19 again on the die.
Alright.
There's 6 points of damage.
Good hit, good hit. Sadly, this one wasn't as damaged as the other one that you guys ganged up on. So he's still looking fairly okay.
Is anybody else in melee with this shield guy?
No, it's just Squirtle fighting a swarm of wasps and the shield guy at this point.
Okay.
Solomon's down, you're kind of in the back, and
I'm gonna move over to Solomon.
okay. You're clear. There's no one in between. Raph, you're up.
Alright, so standing right in front of this kobold, I'm just going to lift my hands up in the air and cast my project attack again, lifting 3 piles of debris and just shooting it right in his face. And because I used the Saber Form 5 last turn, I can also add half of my Wisdom modifier rounded up to that damage.
Nice, okay.
So I'm just gonna pummel him. That's a total of 12 damage.
Ooh, nice, good hit. He's feeling the hurt now. Way past bloodied, even.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Nice. Leaving the final inventor to go. Wait, right? Final or the other one died too? Nope, they're both still up. Leaving the 2 inventors to continue on. Alright. So, one of the inventors is on Panook and the other is on Squirtle still.
Squirtle's got 3 people on him?
Yeah, Squirtle was up front helping the front line, and then the front line left to go fight the back line. So Squirtle is now the front line, and 3 people are on him.
Sorry.
But okay, so Panook has dodged this attack again, but Squirtle got hit.
Can you use withdraw?
Yeah. Just confirm the plus on this guy. That only gives you a +2, right? Sadly, even with withdrawal, the attack still hits. So you take 1 point of damage and need to make a con save.
16.
Alright, you make it.
I'm sorry, 90.
It still makes it. And then top of the round. Nook, continue this knife fight.
Yeah, I've got to do my thing.
You're winning
I
it so
want to try
far.
to take this one guy down. I feel like Squirtle's like doing all the heavy lifting, and I'm just trying to occupy this one. Let's see. Here we go. 12.
I believe. Yeah, 12 does in fact hit.
Wait, barely, probably. I bet.
Yeah.
Rude and Jawas. So stab him or slash across him. Another 1, so 4 damage total.
It's working.
I'm torturing him to death.
Alright, the wasps go. That did not count. Yeah, the wasps were basically just there. They might not even have stingers at this point. I don't even know. The dragon shield attacks. He goes to, at this point, stab downwards onto Squirtle's shell, but misses, stabs the ground, and falls over himself, prone.
Huzzah!
The sorcerer will try last-ditch effort, final spell slot. He is going to attempt to charm person Raph.
Oh no.
Oh man.
So, Raph, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. With advantage, because you are fighting him. So... This...
So that's a 16. Do I need to bother with the advantage, or does 16 make it?
Roll it anyway. I'm looking up right now what his DCs
Oh, well,
are.
that's a nat 20, so.
Okay.
The 16 didn't work, then the 20 does. The 23.
So, okay. You make it regardless. Although, after reading a little deeper into his abilities, he would have tried to heighten cast that, which would have taken away your advantage. But it's fine, because you pass it regardless, and you're good. So...
It's like, these are not the kobolds you're looking for. I'm like, yeah, actually they are.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it's Solomon's turn again. Round 2, live or die.
15.
Well, you're looking very solid on the live side of that. Jax, you're up.
Okay. Attack the prone guy. Another tackle attack.
Yep, with advantage again, because he's prone.
It's going to be a hit for 7 points.
7 points. Nice. He's feeling the hurt. Raph?
How many guys are left up?
You got the sorcerer, the shield guy, and the 2 inventors.
Alright. I'm gonna, as a bonus action, cast Animate Weapon.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send it back towards the shield guy and the two inventors, and it's going to make an attack against the shield guy.
All right.
Wow. Okay, that's a 6. So that failed.
Happens.
Alright, so with that, I'm going to take my attack action, and I'm just going to whip out my claws and claw at the shaman, sorcerer, or whatever he is.
Okay.
That's a 10. Jeez.
That will miss.
My luck has run out. Alright, that's my turn.
All right, the inventors. Again, one on Panook, one on Squirtle. This time, Panook, you're a hit.
I have no mirror images to save.
Yep. Do you have anything else that might save you?
I don't know how much damage these guys do. I haven't taken damage yet.
Do you want us taking damage now?
I know. Hold on. I'm gonna say yeah. Roll for it. We'll see how it turns out, because I can last ditch it later. Is what I'm hoping. Why don't you do 21 and all one fell swoop? I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, that's not going to happen because he's attacking you with a scorpion.
Okay.
So you take 1 point of damage
Okay.
and need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm a constant con save, right? So, hold on, where's my character sheet? Con save is +1 for me.
Okay.
So, I don't know what DC is, but
But you've got proficiency in your Constitution saving throw, so you can add your proficiency.
oh, so sorry, that's 3 then, because my proficiency is 2. 14 total, because I rolled an 11 +1 for my Constitution, +2 for my proficiency.
Right.
That will make it.
Woo! It's the little guys; they try harder.
But you have taken
You win a prize.
a point of damage.
Yes. I think Tom's the only one who could possibly know what we're talking about. Most 13-year-old like me.
All right, which means Panook, you're up.
All right, let's see.
You can get your revenge.
Derek,
Yes.
your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm completely tuned out. I was here. I just totally. I wasn't AFK or anything. It's my turn to swing, right?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Right, I'm totally swinging the knife again. Screaming in Jawa Eve. So 14?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Here comes another knife stab, or slash, or whatever we're doing. Another one for another 4 total damage.
Hey, you got consistency though.
Yeah.
I am slowly hurting him to death. I hope I hope he feels it.
He's real bloodied now. He's desperately trying to fend you off with a scorpion.
I'm making this movie R-rated.
Now the wasps will go. Assuming they even have a will to attack anymore. Oh my lord. One of these wasps decides enough is enough. Going for Squirtle. It stings. For a grand total of 10 points of damage.
Holy cow.
As the wasps crit.
What is Steve finds nerd like Squirrel's nasal cavity? I like
Yeah. Squirtle tries to hide in the shell, but all the wasps go into the shell with him.
right. I guess he's Squirtle.
As they finally figured it out. And the dragon shield goes.
He's prone.
He's going to use half his move to get up. How's Squirtle doing?
Still up.
Alright. He's gonna go for him then. With another hit.
You get my last withdrawal.
It's not gonna matter, sadly. With 4 points, another 4 points of damage. As he gets smacked with a spear.
Turtle face.
Oh no, Squirtle.
We call Squirtle back. They bring out Cubo.
The sorcerer, seeing how not in great shape he is, will take his action to disengage. And thanks to the first spell he cast, will run and dash down the left path.
Oh, okay.
And then it is Solomon's turn.
Line number 3.
Yep.
There it is.
Let's see if
And Solomon lives.
He's still unconscious, but he lives.
Yeah. Jax, you're up.
Cubo will go forward and attack the shield guy.
Okay. What's he using?
He's using bone club.
Bone Club.
17 of the die.
That hits.
That's 9 points of damage.
Ooh, this guy's finally feeling it. Raph?
Alright. How fast is that guy moving? Like, how far away did he get?
The sorcerer got 60 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna use another key point to do Force Empowered Self to slow time. So I'll roll the 1d4 and multiply that number by 5 and add that to my movement speed.
Oh.
That didn't work. Hold on. Oh boy.
Extra 5 feet of movement.
Yeah. All right. So I'll use my action then to dash.
Alright, closing the distance.
Yeah.
You pretty much catch him, I'd say, about 15 feet into the actual hallway itself as you base him again.
Okay.
Which definitely freaks him out. And now the inventors go.
let's see that.
The one inventor walks around to attack Cubone And the other one will continue his attack on Panook.
May he miss.
I believe they both do. What's Cubone's AC?
14.
Yeah, they definitely both do. Panook, you're up.
It's knife stabbing time.
It's knife killing time, probably.
That's what I gotta hope for. Hope beyond hope. Bob, does that do it?
That 20.
How do you want to kill him?
Wow. Okay.
How do you want to fillet this man?
See how much damage it is. I'll base it on that. Yeah. We'll just
Max.
put the knife right up under his chin, through his head, into his head.
So after going through full motions, you're basically having your own mini duel of the fates over here. You finally get the final blow as you pretty much grab him by the shoulder and just stab upwards with an uppercut. Knife right through the base of his skull.
Yeah. After flaying him a few times.
Yeah. He falls unconscious, and then you see the scorpion with the stick pop up and scurry away.
Good.
Stick still
Scorpion.
attached.
Run, Scorpion. Run and be free.
Alright. The wasps go. Going to, I guess, move towards the new Pokemon that's out. And attack Cubone. And that will hit. For 4 points of damage.
What type of damage?
As they bite Cubone. Ugh. They bite him with, what is this? Piercing damage. Since they're not actually bug type Pokemon, they can't do bug damage.
How about they did poison damage?
It would be nice, but
Because the resistance to poison damage.
it's fair. Alright, the Dragon Shield will also go and attack Cubone. And will hit on the die for a total of 2 damage. What's better, a bone club or a spear?
What does 1d10 plus 2 damage?
So
You tell me. You tell me.
Cubone is now having his own duel of the fates with this guy. Sorcerer will, seeing as he got based with this surprisingly fast dragon turtle creature, is going to continue to run because he does not want to die. Taking his action again to disengage, yep, and then movement and bonus action to dash, getting another 60 feet away, firmly into this left room. So then that would be Solomon, but you've stabilized. So Jax.
This time. Cubone's gonna look at Dragon. Shield guy. What do you do? Headbutt.
Oh. He's got significantly harder head than Squirtle does.
He does. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Good. He takes 12 damage.
Cubone pulls his head back and launches it towards the Dragon Shield guy, who immediately pulls up his shield in defense, but the strength of Cubone's Mother's skull breaks the shield, killing the shield guy. Raph, you're up.
Was there only one inventor left now?
There's one inventor left, and the swarm of wasps.
And the sorcerer ran into the room, right?
Yeah, the sorcerer continued to run.
And so since I can't see him anymore, I'm just gonna make my way back towards the group. I'm going to use my bonus action to have the saber attack the inventor.
All right.
That's a 24.
That'll hit.
For 4 points of damage.
Still up, but very hurt.
Alright. I don't have a bonus action that I can do at this point, so I'm just gonna take it. Take my move action to make my way back 30 feet.
All right. The inventor's gonna go attack Cubone again. And miss horribly. Panook, you're up.
All right. I don't want to spend more spell points, but I kind of have to tag these tech cards. I think the swarm has to be lit on fire. It just has to happen at this point.
Do it.
Yeah. So we'll do
Cubone's fire resistant anyway. He's fine.
some flame sweep right into the crowd, right into the cloud of wasps, bees, all that. So,
All right.
Expenditure.
They don't make their deck save, but Cubone would also get hit with it. And actually, also, maybe the inventor would too. So I'm going to roll for him as well. And the inventor also does not make it.
Okay.
Q1 makes it. You roll a 13.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Is it 3 die 6?
Yeah.
Here we go. 11.
Yep. The swarm and the final inventor are eviscerated, leaving
Well.
you guys in this room with a bunch of dead kobolds who are going to poof into their money equivalents, as well as a pile of what you can definitely discern to be stolen goods in the form of stolen doorknobs and other knickknacks.
We tried talking.
What? How much?
I'm gonna go check on Solomon character because we don't want nobody to die on our side.
I'm calculating the XP and credits now. Hold on. So it's gonna be yeah.
Yeah, it's past my bedtime. That's all.
I'd speak, but I'm like mostly dead over here.
We'll resuscitate you.
So I forget. I'm back at 1, or I'm unconscious, but I'm at 1 HP.
Well, you stabilize, right?
Yeah.
So you're unconscious until someone heals you for the next 3 hours.
I'm at 0 still.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that's it. So you guys find a total of 155 credits from these guys. And all gain 1,525 experience for defeating the kobolds in this room.
1,000.
525. Not actually, wait, that's not each though, so hold on.
Right.
I was
I
just
was
like,
gonna say,
whoa, those are some
Level
awesome-
up.
Yes. Cha-ching.
Which is, I'm gonna be nice and round that up. You each get 382 experience.
Okay.
So how are we splitting up these credits?
We have a party fund. At least we were doing it. Jax had the party fund.
Yes.
So
155. This is 31 credits each.
did you take anything out for the party fund or no?
Yeah, what I did is I give the party fund a fair, an equal share.
Yeah, okay. So everybody gets an extra 31.
I split the 155 by 5.
You could
Okay,
just
so-
stuff mine in my pocket, I guess.
So 31 credits, and I guess post combat we can try to make heal saves. I know we gotta end the session, but we can try to make heal saves on, or not heal saves, but whatever.
Well, depending on what you guys do, which we can either determine next time, or with the little time we have left, is either you guys go and try to find a place to rest, or continue on as is. It's up to you guys.
So I have now 666 credits, which means that I get to make a pact with a devil, right?
With the greed demon,
That means I get to multi-class into warlock right now.
but you have to give up all your credits and worldly possessions.
That's fine. I can do that. I'd sell my soul for a 1d10 cantrip.
Best cantrip ever.
You kidding me? In real life, take my soul. Shooting lasers. And I hit enough things, and all of a sudden I could shoot 2 lasers? What?
How'd you do that? Sold my soul. No, no regrets.
Oh, Rugrats, that's right.
All right, that was fun, guys. What are we supposed to do with our character sheets? Are we supposed to send them to you, or?
No, just keep track of them. Yeah.
Okay.
We're playing with an honor system type thing. I mean, not being able to be together. You know.
As long as you're keeping track of it and know everything that's happened, then we're
Yeah.
good.
I'm a long way from anything. I'm just.
Yeah, you guys started out at base of level 3, so.
Yeah.
Which is 900, right?
Yeah.
So I'm at 1282. Basically.
I'm only a little bit above you guys, so. I'll probably hit 4 before you guys, but you guys will hit 4 right after me, so. You will just bump up level 3.
Yeah, I bet.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
See, when you guys
Wrong game.
when you guys fight a large group of enemies, you tend to get a lot of XP for it. And you're gonna find a large group of enemies when you just kind of blindly walk into a kobold den. Just saying.
I should have shattered twice. I had the other shatter. I knew
Oh,
I
you
should.
did?
I knew I
Yeah.
should have hit the sorcerer and see what I could get around him. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold that back just in case.
Right.
For as much as the sorcerer did, he actually missed a fair bit.
But that was the problem. Is I assumed oh, he's not gonna one shot me.
Yeah, and then he launches three total fire lasers at you.
Squirtle got wrecked with a bee in his nose or something.
Yeah.
Some crazy roll.
Well, actually, he survived that. It was the guy, the spear.
With 4 points of spear damage that attacked him in the neck.
Squirtle was down to 1 hit point.
Oh,
Aw.
He can use water gun because his stab damage doubles when he's less than 25%.
Uh-huh.
It was max hit points, so you can do mad damage next turn. You need to get there.
I was also debating. I have the blood drain effect, so if I got close to someone, I could have been like, "Give me your life," and been in a better position. But
Right.
yeah, but this is
like,
the one time you didn't actually go and run up to anyone.
I know. Prove
And
me
what
right.
happened? What happened?
Got down.
Yeah, that'll happen.
All right. Okay then. So listen, I'm gonna log you guys. That was fun. So
Yeah,
I'll catch
I'm
next
glad
time.
you guys had fun.
Thanks for playing, guys. Hopefully next Thursday.
Yeah.
If you can't make next Thursday, let us know, okay?
Was somebody else gonna jump in? Is there another player we have?
No, the one guy that I had bowed out today, so
Oh,
it's just 4 of us.
I got
Okay.
one.
It's a pretty solid group.
I thought there was some person
Yeah.
online who I didn't see.
We will play the game with if one person can't make it.
Right.
So we'll play with 3, but less than 3 we can't play. So
Yeah.
And just to clarify, if we do play and you do miss one, technically you will fall behind, although don't worry too much about that because I promise you there will be times where you can catch up and also do other cool things.
Can we
So,
muster?
yeah, maybe.
I want a barbecue sauce.
Didn't touch. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go. I'll catch you soon.
all
Alright,
right,
right.
catch you next week.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Bye.
All right, see you guys. Thanks for playing.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Alrighty.